It's the Paris Chong Show.
So, Malachi is getting ready to do a screening at Leica Gallery LA on Wednesday night. He did an amazing mini-series called Moments, and he actually just won an award.
Yeah. The Indie Series Awards, which is the biggest award show for independent produced series. And I won for Best Writing Drama and Best Actor Drama.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And
you
my
must be
co-star.
High as hell from this.
Yeah, definitely. And my co-star, Suvi Bradshaw, she actually won for Best Lead Actress Drama as well. So.
Well, I was I watched your segment, and I felt it was so personal. Mm-hmm. And you're an amazing actor, by the way. Really amazing.
Thank you.
I felt like a lot of that part when it goes just on your face and you were being very intimate was very personal. Mm-hmm. Like I felt like it was you talking about stuff that has happened to you personally. Mm-hmm. Is that true?
Sheesh. Well, yeah, because that part is really intense. What's interesting about that?
It made me cry.
Thank you. And I felt like I did my job. So that part in the show, it was really intense. It was the last episode that I wrote. Mm-hmm. And I just felt like I needed to, actually, because my character was supposed to have a whole different episode. And I was just like, well, I actually need something that is representative of the LGBTQ plus community. Mm-hmm. And for me, I felt like, this is, I need to actually tell a story about that. And I was looking at the other characters and actors, and I was just like, well, hell, I might well be the person to do it, right? And so my character literally had pieces from people who I've known, experienced, right, have gone through things.
So they're sort of true.
Yeah. And so even for my particular character, where and I tell people this story all the time, just in a personal setting, but I actually don't mind telling it now, is that it was personal, where it hit when I was 12 going on 13 years old.
The smelly ages.
Yeah. And my father and I, we're in a different space now in my life where I've learned to forgive a lot of things. But when I was 12 going to 13 years old, he was living the fast life, in and out of jail all my life. I was raised by my stepfather. And so the times my mom would let me go over there to see my father, a lot of stuff happened. And so him and my uncle kind of were dealing with a lot of stuff, drugs, blah, 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 stuff like that or whatever. They thought it was okay to
expose a child.
Expose me to being with an older woman. And they locked me in a room.
Good.
Yeah. They locked me in a room, and at 12 or 13 to lose my virginity.
Oh my God, I hate that.
And it traumatized me for a long, long time, to the point I didn't like being around older men and things like that or whatever. And I had so much pain and frustration in my life with that. And like I said, now I had to fight through that mental and spiritual battle in order to get to a point where I can look at him and say, hey, I love you. You made mistakes. I forgive you for that. But and he looked at me and years down the line when I was a grown man, I said to him, do you know what you did to me? And he said, oh, I didn't even realize. And he said, well, I did it because I questioned your sexuality. And I said, well, that didn't change anything. And you are who you are.
Yeah.
No matter how much people try to change you or what they try to force on you.
So it was a true story. I'm just so I'm like, there's something about this just seems so honest.
So I took that part, and then other parts from just people who I've known and experienced, who have been in, hidden relationships, and people didn't even know because they couldn't expose it to the public or things like that. And so so it was a combination of like different things.
To you. That's horrible.
Yeah. So.
I wouldn't want to be locked in a room with a woman when I was 12 or 13 years old. I'd probably be...
yeah, a lot of traumatizing, which is the reason why I wrote a show like
women.
Moments.
It's the Paris Chong Show.